All right, hey, the last time we were out here, this neighborhood looked like this. And now it looks like this. We've seen some incredible progress. There are a ton of model homes to check out. We're actually gonna see 2 of them today, and then we will come back and get the other ones after they're open. And so if you're looking for a brand new neighborhood with some incredible builders, this might be the place to start. So I'm excited. Let's go get started. 45-foot section is probably one of the most affordable starting points you'll find for Highland in all of DFW. They have plans that start, I'm just gonna tell you, under 400. So let's go check it out. So we come in and you have your, flip you guys all the way up there, 2-story entryway. So this right here, for reference, this would be your garage, so all this will kind of be closed in. I'll show you some of the plans on the screen here in just a second. So right behind the garage, you have your study. And then, of course, your laundry room there. So, like I said, this plan is what Highland calls the McLaren plan. This is about almost 2,500 square feet. This one does not start under 400. This is kind of on the upper end. I'll show you pricing on that, but they do have a couple plans out here on the smaller side that if you were looking for Highland and you were trying to get a good entry point, this might be the place to look. So we got our laundry room right here. Let's go across the hall real quick. Have our storage there. Bathroom, tub. Notice they kept the tub and no tile all the way to the ceiling. But again, options if you want to do something like that. And then up here, you have your secondary bedroom. Now there's a couple of these smaller floor plans that actually have this primary space up front. I can show you those if you want that, but this actually puts a secondary bedroom right at the front, and then you got your closet space right there. So it could be good if you want to put a aging parent or something in here, maybe a teenager, young kid, nursery, whatever. Great option there. And then you come in and then you get this, again, big sweeping 2-story living space here. Tons and tons of natural light. There's our kitchen. It's so fun because this model, they went very blue and with some green accents. In the other model, I'm gonna show you in a little bit, they went very green. They are heavy on the green, and maybe it's my millennial heart. We all did the gray in 2016. We were guilty of that trend, and then it died. Praise, moment of silence for that. But now we are into the millennial green, and I just keep adding green accents to our house. I don't know if this is bad or good, but we painted a nursery recently, and we just like picked green. And then I just laughed at my wife and I was like, see, we're in on the green. So kitchen space, we got pantry, dining kind of right here adjacent from your living. And then we'll go upstairs in just a moment. They added in the hutch and then your primary bedroom back here at the back there. So primary space there, and then into our primary bath. Okay, now let's go outside really quick. I'm gonna show you the backyard. This is probably a little bit oversized for a 45-foot lot, so you're not gonna have this much space, but you will still have a little bit of space. So this is great if you're looking for, not a lot of yard to maintain. But even in this one, I said this one's kind of a little bigger it's a little deeper probably than what a normal sized 45 lot would be. Now, nobody lives out here yet, so first move-ins are probably gonna be spring 2026, and they're gonna be building this community for a while. This is going to be the next like Devonshire. It's built by one of the bigger high-end developers. We've kind of talked about that before, so you have a lot of options out here. We are on the north side of Forney. I'll give you some more details about that in a little bit. I want to show you upstairs, and then we will come back down here and talk pricing and all the good stuff. So upstairs we go. Spin you around. They did the shiplap. Very Chip and Joanna Gaines of them to do that. Right off our stairs, we've got a storage space here. Great. And then bedroom 3. Little on the small side, but not too bad. Bedroom 3. Bathroom 3, right? Yeah, 3. Kept the tub. All right. Kind of like a little catacomb. There's your living room again. Bedroom 4. Oh, it is very pink. Very, very pink. So bedroom 4, I thought, I should have looked at the plan. I thought we would have another bathroom, but we don't. They both share. Wait, do we? So they both share this bathroom over here, which is kind of a long walk. It's not bad. Wonder if there's an option. We'll check on the plan to see if there's an option to add another bathroom up here. So hangout, game room space, and then media room added in on the plan. There we go. Okay, let's go back downstairs and talk pricing, floor plan information, and some of the inventory stuff. Because if you wanted to do this early in the year in 2026, you probably have some really good opportunities to get a good deal on a inventory home to kind of kick it off out here. As of recording this video, I think they've sold maybe 5 or 6 total across all of Highland. So in Meraki, which is where we're at, I should have told you that earlier. I kind of hinted at it, but all right, downstairs information, and then we'll go see the big model, which I'm really excited about. All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these 45-foot homes on inventory. A couple of them set up for summer completion, a couple of them set up for late summer completion. So if you wanted this plan, this McLaren, so it's, remember, 4-bed, 3-bath, 2-car garage, 2,486 square feet, listed on inventory at $455. The least expensive home they have right now on inventory is $407. It is a Bentley 4-bed, 3-bath, 3-car garage, just under 2,000 square feet. Now, let's go look at the screen, because I told you they had stuff that started under 400. So I want to show you that and show you what we're talking about on the screen. So let's go to the screen real quick. Boom, home plans, check it out. Starting out here in Meraki, if you wanted to go on the smaller side, so if you're like, hey, I just need a garden home, it's just me, we could start with the Alpina plan. Again, base price, $374, $990, gives you 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, primary. Very condensed for somebody, again, if you're just looking for like, hey, it's just me, I don't have a lot of space, or I don't need a lot of space, this would be a good starting point. Now, the plan we're standing in is this McLaren plan. So base price, if you wanted to build it, $447. And I just want to see on the second floor. Okay, so on the second floor, you can add so interesting, if you add, they added the entertainment room here, there, but you can add, instead of the entertainment room, you could add the 5th bedroom, but it still doesn't add a 4th bath, which is kind of interesting. I'm not sure where you would put it. Let's see, let's go back down. Let's see, what can we change down here? We could do a bigger living. We could go sliding glass doors, primary bath, take out the tub, all that good stuff. Lots of options out here on the 45-foot section. Now, let's walk down to the other model that covers the 60s and the 70-foot section. I'll give you all the details, and I'm gonna just be honest with you. There's one big thing that I don't like about the neighborhood. And I'm gonna tell you that because I wanna always be honest with you guys as we go through this. So I'm gonna tell you the one thing I don't like. I'm gonna tell you all the rest of the stuff I do like, show you the pricing, talk to you some more about the location. Let's go back down to the other model. We've shown y'all this floor plan before. It's one of my favorites in Highland's new catalog. I'm gonna show it to you again today because it is a stunner. So this is the Birchwood plan, and these These are the 60s and 70-foot lots out here in Meraki. Now, if you haven't seen this plan before, I will tell you it has almost everything you could want on one floor. And then once you see the living space, you're going to understand why it's one of my favorite plans. So as we come in, right off the front, you have your study, and you're going to see what I told you? All the green, like look at this wallpaper. Like green. They embraced this green. Look at these high ceilings, 8-foot doors. I keep telling you guys, if you're gonna build a 1-story home and you have high ceilings, 8-foot doors are a must. Like I feel like I need to come up with some sort of rhyme for that. Like 8-foot doors, do them. You have to do them. Looks so much better with the high ceilings. Now, right here, this will be a garage, so discard all of that. We got our storage space here. Down the hallway, we have our powder bath. There we go, green again. Storage. And then they did the configuration. Bathroom. Okay, I keep telling you, look, secondary bathroom, no tub, shower, tile, all the way to the ceiling, green. So bedroom, linen, and bedroom number 1, and then of course a walk-in closet. There we go. And then across the hallway, we have bedroom number 2 with its own bathroom. And then see, they kept the tub here. So, and then of course we have the closet. The standard configuration on this plan, I'll show you. This is a Jack and Jill bedroom. So they added the extra bedroom here. So I'll show you what that looks like if you want to keep it standard, but I like the idea of all of these bedrooms having their own space. And then you still have the option of a powder bath there. One way to elevate your home, paint your doors. Most builders, so here's the crazy thing. Most of them will show this off in their model homes, but most of them won't do this for you in your selection. So you could have somebody come in and do it after the fact. And I think truthfully, if they would do it, it would probably be really, really pricey. So you want to elevate the look of your home, paint your doors. All right, spin you back around. Entertainment space right here, green again. So media room, entertainment space, hang out, watch the game. And then before we get to the kitchen, this is still your 3rd bedroom. And again, it has its own tub, shower, tile to the ceiling. So they have this set up like a workout space, which is a really cool use of it. But again, this is technically bedroom number 3. So this is a 4-bedroom house. Like I said, I told you, a lot of stuff on one floor. This is why it's one of my favorite floor plans in their new catalog. Now, here's what everybody's waiting for. The thing everybody wants to see is this space here. Every time we have somebody build this plan, they absolutely love it. So we've got they went double stack on the cabinetry. Look at this bin hood. Now, you're gonna look at this kitchen and you're gonna be like, all that is standard? And I'm gonna be like, no, it is not. There are a lot of upgrades in what they did in this kitchen. And I will just tell you, cabinetry and just kitchens in general are one of the places you're gonna spend probably some of the most money when it comes to your upgrades. Now, kitchen, check our pantry. Nope, locked, because that would be your garage. Laundry room, a good space here. They added the mud bench. And then, now, the high vaulted ceiling is standard. The beams, listen to me, not standard. Do them yourself. Just do it yourself. But the high ceiling included in this plan. They added in the fireplace and then did the really big extended covered patio I'll show you. All right. Smaller lot on the depth side compared to that 45, but they do have some deeper lots out here. You're gonna pay a premium for them, so just know if you want it, you could definitely get more yard space. And then we step in to the primary bedroom. Painted the doors. All right, notice something that's really popular right now. Tile, wall tile. So extensions of the wall tile, so going all the way up, all the way around. It's very on trend. You're seeing a lot of model homes do this, and I'm having a lot of people select this kind of style, maybe not this look of tile, this kind of style in their design. So if you're wanting to be, elevating your bathroom, this is a good option to do that. And then they just went the same all the way down the floor. And then green bathroom and closet space. Notice they also took out the carpet and matched it to the rest of the house. There is your closet. All right, let's go meet in the kitchen. I want to talk to you about pricing, standard features, and then I got to show you the map, show you the floor plans, and I still got to tell you the one thing that I don't like about this neighborhood. All right, information-wise, first things first, super important when you're in any community, make sure you ask them about the standard features, and you want to get all of these standard feature information for that community to make sure, hey, if it's like if you see, because a lot of times what you'll see with a lot of builders, not just Highland, but you'll see, hey, this floor plan has these standard features in this community, but if you move to this one or you change prices, maybe you get a little bit different standard features. So like, for example, in this neighborhood, in the kitchens, in the 60s and 70s, we've got spacious kitchens, the pre-finished red oak or knotty alder cabinets, which is awesome, natural stone countertops, Frigidaire, 30-inch stainless steel appliances. So you've got, again, you get the list for any builder, and you just ask them, hey, can I see the standard features? Can I understand what's included? What's going to be an upgrade? What am I going to have to add? So like this one, I don't see 8-foot doors as standard. So you would have to add that in, unless I missed it. I could be wrong, but one of the things, again, to me, super worth adding in if you want it. And I think you most definitely do. Now, if you're looking at this and you're like, Zach, I don't want to go through the whole process of building. We want to get in, we want to be here for the summer so that we can get our kids enrolled in school. If you like this plan, and I can't see why you wouldn't like this plan, they have a couple of birch woods sitting on the ground. Some of them don't have pricing. The one that they do is on I bet it's on a 60-foot lot because of the pricing. So you will see as you move between 60-foot lots and 70-foot lots, you will see an increase in the price. And of course, it's always subject to change based on when you saw this or when. So the best way to get connected with them is to connect with me, and let's have a conversation so we can get you the most accurate pricing, up-to-date details. But as of the time of recording, there is a birchwood slated to be done in April of this year. Again, 2,700, almost 2,800 square feet, 4-bed, 3.5 bath. So did they add the extra? I don't know. 523. So right in that low 500 price point with some really great incentives. Maybe you don't like the birchwood. Maybe you want something a little bit bigger. And you're saying, hey, Zach, we really love a Leland. Leland is another popular plan with Highland. We can probably pop it up right there on the screen, show the Leland floor plan so you can see it. And actually, I'll go show it to you. 566, so 3,300, 4-bed, 3.5 bath, 3-car garage. Oh, this one, yeah, has a tandem 3-car, 566. Now, before I show you the pricing on all of the base plans, I need to talk to you about the things I don't like. And I told you earlier in the video, there's one thing I don't like about this neighborhood, and it's really, really simple. And I don't like it about a lot of neighborhoods, but Meraki is going to have a high tax rate, and I would be doing you a disservice if I didn't tell you this. So total tax rate out here is 2.74, including the mud. That's a lot. So like if you're saying, hey, you know what? Let's just say you buy this house at 523, 123, and then you get your homestead exemption. So you get $140,000 off of it on your tax basis, right? So let's say they're evaluating at 383. Let's just say for funsies, you're paying a tax on a $400,000 property tax evaluation out here in Kaufman County. 400,000 at times 0.027. You see that? $10,000 a year in property taxes divided by 12, almost $920 a month estimated, again, at a 2.74 total tax rate. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I think it's gonna be a beautiful neighborhood. I think there's going to be tons of amenities. I think this neighborhood is going to sell. I think the hardest thing to swallow is that stinking high tax rate. And I just want to be open and transparent with you guys. So let's go look at some of the pricing models, like some of the base pricing for inventory. I also want to tell you, I have a goal for this year. So last year, 2025, we helped like 70 plus families find houses, which is super awesome. But one of the things we tracked is how much did we save them in incentive dollars and rate buy downs and closing costs and money saved. That number was almost 7 figures. I got really, really close to 7 figures in savings last year alone. The goal for this year is to cross the 7-figure mark and get to over $1 million in savings for our clients. So let's take a look at the plans. Let's do it. So again, pricing is going to be different based on the 60-foot section or the 70-foot section. So if you like this birchwood, it starts at $505 on the 60-foot section. So here's what I was talking about. Let's see, can we change out let's see, add the primary extension. So as it sits standard, Jack and Jill in between 3 and 4. Bed 2 still gets its own bathroom. So Jack and Jill, and then you change it out so that each bedroom gets its own bathroom, which is a really good option. And then you still have the powder down here. So you like that plan? That would be really good. So again, $2,700 on the 1-story. The biggest 1-story looks like we have is the Ramsey plan right here. So kind of give you an idea, you've got 4-bed, study, game room, no entertainment space, 3-car tandem. Base price on the 60s right now, $508. And then of course, if we jump up to the 70s, you'll see it changes just a little bit. So 70s, same floor plan, starts at $536. And then of course you still have to select a lot. So you can kind of see lot wise where you have availability. Did you see also there's going to be a on-site elementary school right there. So a couple of different options out here in Meraki in Forney. Now, Forney, growing area. Probably, some people will lie to you and say it's 30 minutes from downtown. That's a lie. It's at least 45 with the traffic. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a drive, especially as they're working on the highway. But it's one of the areas that is growing rapidly in DFW, and pricing is still somewhat affordable. It's creeping, and again, you add in that 2.74% on a tax rate, and it's quickly getting there. But brand new Costco opens this year, brand new HEB opens this year, lots and lots of growth. So if you're looking for something kind of put on the map, I would take a look at it. You can review all the information. I will tell you, one of the hardest things about Forney is the traffic, both getting here and getting around Forney. And I would also say, neighborhood-wise, I will just be honest with you, if this was on the south side of Forney, this would probably be way more expensive. Why? I don't know, but it probably would be. So yeah, lots of information there. Meraki, and maybe you're like, Zach, I'm gonna like Meraki. We wanna go south to Waxahachie. Cool, let's do it. You wanna go north, let's go do that. I'm here to help answer any questions, be a resource for you guys. And if you're ready to chat, let's chat. If you're not ready to chat, that's fine. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And we'll be back out here to show you. We still got to show you Bloomfield. We got to show you American Legend, and we got to show you Perry as soon as they are open and ready to go. So we will see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.